Let's go, my friends. Apeks looking for redemption versus CGN.
And so now it just has to be the full retake.
Well, you know, this was part of the game plan. They knew this was a possibility. Now all that's left is to show us what they plan to do if this happened. CGN, full control. They hear this retake begin. The smoke's down. The reveal's up.
What? Damn.
Nice shots by Element. He's got some support in the smoke. He's doing it all by himself.
That was a good shot, man.
Holding down the laneway. Davy's been a real thorn in the side. And they know exactly where these players are now. Oh, it seems to be perfectly tied up by CGN. And in fact,
yo, that was clean, man. Clean pistol round.
This guy was insane every single map. I expect the same here today. Although I don't like it, it worked out. As that shorty kill did for Solkas. He's got the barrier down to slow them. That'll be broken up soon.
Yeah, the worry is the time. 22 seconds on the clock as they're going to go running back in. The flank already there. They're slowly getting surrounded. Main control is currently held as well. They have to be worried, and the utility is perfect. Hype not going to fall for the same mistakes of yesterday, but for Solkas at least, and they've managed to win that off a Thrifty. A huge stack up.
I lost it. What happened?
The start they were looking for. A lot of the time, it's him and Element working in tandem. The flash is set up, and while without the flash set up, it feels like just almost running in dry. David at least will be able to find the trade, but the information has been found.
Good luck, buddy.
He sat back. He's got to be careful. He only tagged one of the players, almost lose his life, and it almost definitely will. The wraparound from Anguisse is there, putting them into a 3 versus 2. And for the defense, this is a great spot to be in.
You are divided.
Well, Cosmic Divide won't really do much. In fact, decoy sent through. It gives them a bit of confidence. There's no one up close. They've seen Anguisse. There goes the jump. No more surprise element and emerging from this smoke. Almost certain death
still got one.
At least. Makes it doable for Vince.
It's on your mind.
On that 2-piece last round made it more costly. This would be huge to pick up, and he's already found Kayak. Ringer Rosie for the last. It's Avova. Good for the
Avova never loses a clutch in his life, bro.
And it looks like he'll be there again. The time quite low, but
I jinx it.
It looks like just about. Never mind. He won't get it.
Damn, bro.
40 seconds left. I think they're locked into this stacked up B site.
Especially the reason for the rotation is we've already seen that barrier placed on A short. So even still, they would have had to go in incredibly late. And the second it breaks, they immediately commit another player back in towards that site. Vince again, this was his domain in the last round. Holding on to an important victory. Hype now trying to do the same. Surrounded, and the time ticking before he gets a reveal, but it went too far. CGN are going to take the advantage, but it doesn't last for long.
That's better there.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, has
back down to equal footing, and it's Vince around this box, this time with support in the back lines. That's certainly causing the distraction, getting Vince up closer. He's ready to go. Flash goes far.
That's a good was head of the flash. Good trade by Anguisse as well, man. 3-2.
Timeout.
They're slow walking into his angle. That's exactly the sort of fight he will be looking for. And Benny needs to get this trade, and that's exactly what he does. The thing is, though, the rotation has been quick. And now with Solkas' utility, he will catch another. They're trying to set him free, but, well, not going to be able to do it in time. Even still, this somehow ends up competitive. A smoke being placed on the turret behind has allowed Avova to sneak through. The attack don't know that he's coming. The time that could be bought could be everything. But Benny once again just seems to have the read. Everything left to him, and he doesn't know where Solkas is.
5-2.
It's just whether or not they can hold on to them. First point of contact already. And straight away, Moles is going to use his ultimate. They're trapped, and he's done so much damage already. Going to be denying the ult, but also taking down a second player. Solkas waiting for aggression in the smoke, and the utility has been sublime. Mosey is being set up left, right, and center, be it by his own dart, be it by his own Hunter's Fury, and now a trip. And with 30 seconds, the last two need to pull off something again.
Yeah, good luck. This
Malzy's
is
going to be
impossible.
bodyguarding that one. He's got some support with Hype, and well, Hype's going to have to step it up.
There's no
Star
way. There's
down.
no way.
Being
There's no way.
pulled into the open, stunned up and gunned up. Vince has got it done. They've now got equal
No way, no way, no way.
with the spike
Impossible,
being planted.
bro.
A
Too
moment
impossible.
for Apeks to isolate a 2v1 duel, but they don't get it done. Deterred after the first engagement. Vince now with a chance. He's shut down. Anguish repositions. The steps are heard. They know he's around the box. They've got him pinned down. 2 players against 1. 2 rifles. And the trade
Yo,
is found in the
Soka's
end. A close
6
one,
HP,
but
man.
ultimately by 6 HP.
Timeout.
Yeah, they're trying to sell
Ben is one away from his
That's
ult.
the goal in mid. Just the dash and everything being utilized to try
30
and play
seconds.
with the minds of Apeks. It hasn't worked. They're patiently waiting. Benny
here
will
he
find the
comes.
trade in middle and now looks to wrap around behind them. They have to be careful. He is lurking in the backlines, but has been revealed. And now everything looks to fall
Didn't
apart.
get a
It'll
chance
be
to
left
use that,
onto
man.
Vince.
Only
He's
Vince
been great
left,
in
no
clutches,
time.
But not this time.
Man, close
Half
game,
left
bro. But
with an
looking
Apeks
good for
victory,
CGN here.
but see a lot of control towards short. In fact, they've got a lot further than CGN may have even realized.
Oh, yep. Looks like the
Oh.
element of surprise is broken, though. Benny spotted them out, lives to
that's
tell
small.
the tale. And he even wants to get a little bit more aggressive. The flash being used here, but it's just keeping them back for now. Deters any further aggression. Kayak already TP'd in to take the space. They lose Solkus and they lose Kayak. This isn't a very good A take. Just
Yeah, this is-
yet. And Vince
man,
is making
they're
sure
looking
there's
clean here,
no
dude.
Take to be had. Nothing. on
Looking
the side of
too
Apeks
good, bro.
acquired. In fact, not even one bullet landed. Fanning the ground
it's
after
too
orders
pushing.
taken and punishing.
What a
The
shot,
re-aggression
man.
flash
I like
is
that.
good, though. That's
For sure,
trouble
right?
for Avova.
Benny,
It still leaves Benny completely
one away
out
from
to
his
dry.
ult.
Has a flash. He's caught in the net. Oh, and he's shot everything.
That's how I
Kayak
like it, yeah.
able
That's
to
how I like
track
it.
exactly where his fake out had gone and get the trade immediately onto it. Element has got here quickly though, and just I was gonna
What?
say gets out of there. He doesn't. But even as he fights
Mature.
forward, he manages to get 2, putting it into a 2v2 scenario. Molesy left somewhat alone.
Oh my
Completely
god.
isolated his teammate by
Been
the
too
door. Hype
much.
has to get a move on, and the steps should, in theory, be heard.
No, they
Already,
don't. They
he is
don't.
not
We're silent.
in a position to really deny anyone who's defusing, and Davey played that so well. Let go, as his opponent could not see him from that angle. Element's position, they have no idea. Why would they? Why would they expect someone to be
Rain,
here?
man.
He's just going to fight them
Private
again.
trade, Ben
The
has ult.
second round in a row, he's caught 2 from seemingly a position of weakness, but he turns it into a position of strength, leaving 3 players to try and fight this one back. You mentioned it. This is an integral round. They haven't
This
even had to
can be the
use
game,
to
man.
run
They
it
will-
back yet.
If
It's still
CGN
just
wins
sat
this, is the-
in the
it's over.
pocket. But Kayak has his ult. That might be a way in. That might be an opener, but it means he can't shoot. And to be honest, that might be more of a detriment than actually helping.
Yeah, Gate Crash used a fake. They're already on their way through. Flash caught them out, but now they've got to fight for site control. Up against Anguiste, who's already down, but Davey still holding strong, has support, but fight around the right side.
was
Not
good.
going to work out. Benny used his ult, and he cracks open Kayak's head, but doesn't get the death blow. Still, a 3 versus 2 with a lot of the dangers CGN brought to the table already dealt with. Benny is able to walk past this wall. I think they'll have a read on that. They should know. The sensor was there to back it up. Kayak dies to the wall bang. He was
Oh, the
low, so
flash-
it's
the flash is so
expected.
good.
The flash above Solkus' head, but they still convert. And it's Molesy left alone. Tucked on the back of the side. He caught Vince once, and he'll catch him again.
What a pick, man. They
beautiful
stay alive in the game, bro.
An unlucky situation, and it's getting even worse. Okay, Apeks lose 1 player at the press of his ult. Now, spam through a wall at random timing. Deep Molly's good, catching them on the walk back. They've got to step straight into Anguiste's line of sight, and it buys him time to retreat to the site itself. This is set up beautifully. And now the defensive side, well, it's a formality closing this one out. Malzy's already solo. A hero has to step it up for Apeks. The one good thing is they think the spike's gone back the other direction. Apeks have waited long enough. Not all 3 players are close by anymore. In fact, they've got a bit of an isolated fight, but they're spread out, Tom. They're looking in different directions, and the TP to the other side of the map is being waited on by
Oh
Vince.
my god.
Already, though, he suspected something was fishy, and now he has a chance up close in the smoke. Oh, Davey expected it. That could have
That
been
was so
beautiful.
like 4K for David, man.
He's been so good.
Yeah.
Timeout.
I mean, CGN, when they went 2-1 down, things were looking a little shaky, but that's the most stress they've felt so far this game. They managed to recover on that 3-2 lead and haven't let it
not like
slip
this.
since.
Oh,
Okay.
It's nothing to be found. Hype and Kayak finding both kills on the entry to mid. Pizza wide open. And the B site, not quite the same. There is still one standing in their way. A man who's been there again and again to ruin the days of the side of Apeks,
Kayak,
but not this one. They'll give them a moment for breathe.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, not Vince. Always Vince in these clutch scenarios. This round somehow was massively advantageous, but even still has come close. The shot dart is going to tickle Vince even further. It shouldn't be a way into this, especially with the position of hype. The expectation will be that both players are on the site, and he's just waiting for that cross, waiting for the moment. An easy kill to close out a round, just wanting to try and disrupt as the players push through it. It hasn't worked. Normally, those two ultimates used together guarantee 2 kills, and instead, 2 kills went the other way. Vince taking the initiative to get aggressive. He's put his team in a wonderful spot. You've got the Hunter's Fury on the other side, which has been used to try and deny the plant. It's failed, and actually hasn't done too much damage. Also, the lockdown's been destroyed. The ultimates have been a failure for both sides, it seems.
Well, Apeks won their boss fight. Hunter's Fury came through, but they managed to dodge it all while hitting shots back in the other direction. Time ticking, and CGN under pressure. Malzy's going to try to use his low HP to sneak down below, get an angle that he can fight from. Shock dart avoided at least. Could have taken him down. Lineup going through for the recon, but up top a little
low miner for CGN.
Was on the way. Hype shut him. Now Malzy found underneath. He'll fall after just the one bit of damage. Hype. Oh well, he stepped up to the plate. There to cover.
12-9.
Timeout.
Oh, he's gonna go dry peeking. He's got to be very careful.
No flash, no nothing
on the other side.
Okay.
Clearly. Bit of a
that mine is bad, bro. Oh my god, I've been super crazy, man.
There's not too many players that have the gall to do that versus Kayak. Avova has TP'd into the back of the A site. The expectation now that there's no one there. Vince completely smoked off, and they know where he is as well. Not really anywhere to run at this stage. It looks like the A site is going to be completely under their control.
No
His position
idea,
still completely unknown as well. He's able to take out Element and putting Apeks in a commanding position here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big problem. After Avova uses the From the Shadows, you just have to be cautious of someone being anywhere. They're left, caught, unaware. CGN, 3 versus 4. Reveal goes up, it's broken instantly, and the spam's not really finding their footing either way. The time, most certainly on Apex's side. CGN need to think about this one. 3 players, all low on credits.
Yeah,
this what will be the final round.
This is a good decision, man. Go save. You gotta save the out.
Damage.
That's kind of risky, but okay.
Looks like they did. There's no punish on the other
12
side. So
to 11.
Now, realizing that the play is coming towards B, the door is closed, but broken immediately. And both players on the side of CGN falling back to the site. Recon not destroyed, not finding pings. Gives them an idea of where they're not, and that helps pinpoint where they are. A gorgeous shot. It's already caught one. That player is gone out of the round. 12 seconds left as the timer
That's pretty
ticks,
good, man.
but
That's
Apeks
pretty good
will
entry.
get the spike planted.
5v3.
It's the curse of the backside B. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Again, 0 kills in the hole.
We are going to overtime, man.
Going from bad to worse for CGN. They had this in the bag, and it seems like that bag is slowly slipping away from them. Element and Benny run it back, used, but no success found. The operator, the Bladestorm, the exact weaponry they would look for, the flash through, but nothing whatsoever. It'll be the Apeks hold, the 5-round streak.
So this will be quite the challenge as the attack side gears up for another slow default mid take, but it looks like Apeks have something up their sleeve. It's a utility and a mid push. Leads them to lose one player at the start, but the recovery is most certainly
Kayak.
Oh, it's turned into a deathmatch
server
even. They've just gone fighting in.
Straight down middle. Gender got your chance, man.
The initial contact of Soulcast looked like it was going to go badly for Apeks, but the turn of Kayak
man.
Now one away from his ultimate as well. And that's got to be just sheer panic now for CGN. You're sat in a spot where a lot of these rounds have been slow, defaulty, reliant on you to take that space, and then Apeks just look to fight you straight off the bat in no man's land. Information gathered. I'm seeing a 2-man B site, and I'm not going to lie, I'm somehow nervous for Apeks.
Yeah, luckily CGN aren't reading into that. They're playing the other direction, moving into Avova, who's had a bit of a rough time to start, but he gets there in the end. And it's only one left in between Anguished and an A site plant. If he can drop Kayak, There
Time
might
is
be a
getting low.
chance.
25.
Kayak is playing this safe and smart up top. The reveal's cleared the site. He's just watching the window. No panic. They'll let the clock run down. Anguis has to plant this spike, and they might even let him get away with it. Fighting afterwards as a 3-man seems a bit more favorable.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
not
not
time
to be, even with the first kill being a nice one. It is going to be Apeks that now take themselves up to a map point.
The control of Apeks, though, they see there's an A main push, and their decision is to go to A. It must be weaker on short if they've got players
check
deep
there?
A main, and it's the right call.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like a
30
lot of
seconds.
this hinges on
30 seconds left.
whether or not Avova's able to get anything done here. The walk forward will be
Avova's low, man.
met with Benny, the rest of his team, but he wins the fight. The timing couldn't have gone any better. It's all falling apart for CGN. 3 players now to try and turn the tide.
This is
Make
a
that just
devastating
two.
loss,
Element and Anguis,
They had the game in their
stellar
hands, bro, but
performances
what a
yesterday, but
resilience and
this
comeback
would have to be
from
the best of
Apeks,
the
bro.
mistakes would have to be made, and
Well done,
I
boys.
think
Well
they all were
done.
out of the way in the early stages of this map. A recovery and a half for the side of Apeks. They're gonna take map 1.
Really impressive stuff. Apeks looked like they were pinned against the wall, but they managed to fight back. We'll see how they do on map 2.
Somewhat the plan for Apeks to try and get back in. They have themselves a little bit of utility. The nade, the net is the sort of combo I'm looking at, and there it goes, straight through to the back of the site. Doesn't seem to have had what they were hoping for, but the kills are still going their way, at least for a moment. It's still going to come back to an even footing, and in fact, Vince is putting it even further, has some teamwork alongside him as well, as Anguis will put the remainder in the dirt, and they're just walking up. They're going straight in for the firefight immediately. It seems like Element is not shying away from any battle.
Oh,
Okay, that's a good shot.
well, maybe he should have shied away from
Bennett's
that one.
round.
Kayak's ripped his head clean off. Still control over tree with 2 players backside. He's confident to plant his feet and hold his ground. And that's exactly what Kayak's going to do. Apeks, 5 versus 3. Huge advantage. 1 threading the needle. In fact, 2 players threading the needle through that wall of Ova. Didn't quite spot them. Timing's going to be key. I think he just holds this down, right? But
what a pick.
Anguis catches him. Malsey up close. Shouldn't expect the second player quite that quickly. Although they go back. The A site, no longer the target. Door.
30
Was it
seconds
opened? I
left.
guess not. We're going
let's
to
go,
have to
they're in
open
B.
it now, but the B site plan seems undeniable.
They've still got a cam, but that's going to be destroyed. So they definitely have all information. 3 players looking to encroach from the A side. A chance for an easy kill, and it seems to go that way. Anguis just looking to try and hold down his position. It's another isolated fight.
That's so clean,
not
bro.
playing this one together, not playing it as a team,
Oh my
and they are being
God.
picked apart. Kayak again spoke about him.
Good
being
start,
that hero,
Jan.
being that superstar. 3 kills to his name, and still he finds himself 1v2.
Listen to how quickly that spike is ticking away. With 2 players to find, I'm surprised he hasn't opted to save this weapon already. Gonna take the fight, and it is a costly fight
3
indeed.
to 0.
Timeout.
Yeah. They get on the wrong side.
This is the man we've talked about when it came to their victory versus Go Next, the difference maker. Already hard on the
Okay.
flank. Look at
Oh,
them
you
walking
think that's
into
good?
the difference maker so far in this one. They
That's a good
expect
flash,
it.
man. That's a good
Unblocked.
flash.
He's finally eliminated. We'll see how the remaining core of CGN are going to do without their talisman. And what? With players coming in from behind, still a lot of ultimates. Molsey one away as well. This is the best spot we've seen Apeks in.
Looks better for Vince.
Paranoia is gonna be good too. Vince caught by it, but still able to spray. Malsey and Kayak fell in the
There's no way. There's just no way, man.
Oh no!
Oh, this is
Apeks
looking
looked
terrible
good.
for Apeks,
And
man. They came on the
from
wrong
that
side.
point, they
They
get
got first
nothing.
blood, and then they got
Well, I
destroyed,
guess we
bro.
found-
Timeout.
It's like blink and you miss it. For Apeks, this has to be frustrating. After the last series not going their way, now you've still being caught. The teleport went through.
Oh.
What if Ova? He's made it around the corner. He's got his weapon back out, and Hype is
Okay.
covering him every step of the way. 4 versus 3. Somehow, Ova should have been dead multiple times.
Now the question is, how much do they commit to this? Guns haven't been found. This fight is everything. Vince being able to even things up, and once again, from an advantage to a disadvantage in the blink of an eye. Avova, he spent more of this round detained than he has not detained, and he's gonna get the fight. He's gonna win it.
Nice shot.
Why not? He's finally able to use his gun, and he puts it to good use. Kayak has found another.
Benny.
Somehow it's ended up just on Benny. Already looking to try and switch over some of those guns that Avova.
This is how they win,
He was
man.
unable
That's crazy,
to
bro.
move for most of this. The time, I think, would just about be there for them to get this over the line.
Triple stack around. Gonna have
Focus
multi
has
close by. Knife's already used. It's on the refresh.
Semper, David.
Well, the chances are going to be limited to push in towards the A site. A lot
Showstopper.
of space taken in the Hunter's Fury, seeking out some tags. Sulcus to find it on the Benny.
Down A.
Showstopper used by Kayak, but he's almost
Twitch pit.
taken out by the shock dart.
That's the round, man.
2 HP remaining, and he fires out! Vince. Oh, it's a disaster for CGN.
They gotta save these weapons, man.
Yeah.
Timeout.
An opportunity for Element to get his ultimate online, but he's just decided to avoid the orb and go running straight in towards this site, but it's been locked off again.
Yeah, a little barrier has unfortunately stopped Benny from being able to put the Thrash onto the site. Really nice use of the barrier orb, I suppose. Deadlock OP, one player on site, Herd, trying to take that dart out, but
Deadlock's so annoying, bro.
Killjoy has very much pushed Apeks off site. Lockdown, not going to be something they want to trifle with. Benny wants to get control up in heaven, but already peaked. Nice shot.
That's crazy, Benny.
From the rope. I don't know how he's managed that. Hype recovers up close.
Hype.
Davy's able to trade it right back, and the numbers won't stay even for too long. A fight's sure to ensue. They know that Davy's down below, just 47 health, and he's quick to fall. The fight inside the smoke as well. It's everything.
This team likes to come back, bro.
Got the angle, but the gun's been seen. Avova drops him, and all that's left is Element up against the world.
That was
3
nice,
players
man.
to drop, none found.
He'll be able to keep this string of rounds going. Anguist is the man to stop them. He had an incredible start to the previous half, as did the team. Kayak, though,
That was
he's looking
crazy
to
by
try and
Vince,
take
man.
this one over. As said, he
No
was
work to the man.
a showstopper in the last, but he's been stopped here. The rest of the team, however, have not.
This
And now
is
Element
insane,
is the
man.
last man
6-1, no?
standing. Maybe
Now,
the element of surprise is on his
6
side,
gonna
but
win the
at this
pistol,
stage
they
of the round,
can
while there's a
run
cam watching, the knife will
with
remove
this game,
any
man.
utility he has. All he's got left
Triple
is a
pack.
3-man peak. If he wins this one,
Oh, there's no way.
okay.
There's just
Somehow
no way.
it's
There's
not.
just no
They
way.
actually forced them out. It was the ultimate crossfire for him to face into. And now, a low HP opponent. He's trying to work out where Hype currently sits, where
That's
his
insane.
position is within the map. He needs to move quickly. and he's gonna
That's
take him
insane,
down.
man.
What? He's not got time, has he?
I don't think so.
Oh, you deserve it to win that, bro. Not gonna lie, you really did deserve that, bro. Nice try.
Now, Kayak's trying to sell the idea they're going the other way, but they're peeking slowly into Element. Already damage done to the point of cost, but can they make this into something more? In fact, they're isolating themselves even further. Seems like they might just go back and... No, they're trying to sell the idea that they're still sticking towards the A site, trying to pull rotations. It hasn't worked.
30 seconds
No, and
left.
now, listen, as time ticks on, those A players start to realize there's no presence. The door's been opened, but no one walked through it. Davy's on his way to the C site now, looking to be stacked up. 3 players, it'll be 2. As the first man makes it to the site, it's Kayak. That means it's a clean opening, although it gets a little spooky. 12 seconds left. The Sheriff finally dropped to the floor. 8 seconds. The plant needs to be found. Mosh gonna make it quite difficult, though. Now, where are you gonna put that
Oh, it's
spike
done.
down? 3
It's
seconds
done.
left, and there's no time left, and you can't get all the kills. Try as you might, this round is not going to Apeks. And CGN, well, they lost a pistol, but somehow they've recovered the second.
You want to see a round where you have 4 rifles and your opponents have a Sheriff and a Marshal.
Oh, Anguist is denied the opportunity to catch one player on the cross, and Mulsey catches him. It looks like space will be conceded entirely, and with lots of weaknesses for Apeks, the rifle being point of contact has served them well. Element, he might be able to go low underneath that wall. He's not risking the nade throw through it. 5 versus 4 rifles, though, for CGN. They just need to find the fights onto the pistols.
It seems like eventually he has managed to get past it. So there you go. There was a big enough gap for the escape to be had. Vince has done well, but even still, it's come back to just one man standing. Benny trying to fight versus the might of the remaining two, and it's a return to sender. It seems like they're setting up for a retake, but with a showstopper in the post plant. No orb yet to be gathered up, but for Anguist is 2 away from a lockdown. Probably not going to play a part in this round. An element. Okay, maybe it will. That's a first. A kill for Element would do the same. There you go. There is the lockdown, but he dies immediately after. Even still, they're in a much better spot than expected. Being able to win those early fights. Hype's flank, though, has found value. Another for Soulcast. The double sentinel, and more importantly, the ult available. He can try and use this, but it's not going to catch anybody actually defusing. I don't think it works like that. I'm going to try and use it on the wingman.
Everybody thank me. Come on, let's hear it.
They used up their big ultimate, their showstopper. I mean, I said it got no impact. It did destroy the lockdown, but the space was already conceded. Oh my goodness.
Everybody's dying like flies, man.
Finding so much, and it's
Look at
Element
this try, man.
getting ahead of the ultimate, stealing those kills away and stealing the spike out from
That was
under the
a good
nose of
round.
Apeks. But they have an ult.
This
on
can
the low.
break
Didn't
Apeks
claim the
economy.
site. Potential to go back in the other direction, claim that spike, and still find themselves a plant. But to do that, they need to take down Anguist, and they need to do it now. The problem is on the other side of the map, Tom. Look at 3 players on the spike. They're blocking
good
it.
luck now.
Oh, one of them just moved away. It looks like it hasn't made a difference. He got back
He didn't.
just in time.
I'm over for a
No
second.
spike for
Wait a
you,
minute. I didn't get the spike.
I'm planting.
So-
Where do you want me to plant?
Yeah, this is now a much, much tougher task. The door being opened, somewhat being used as a ruse to try and put some doubt in the minds of their opponents. But with this smoke holding them off,
Yeah,
I would
Vince has
be
another smoke, bro.
perplexed
Good
if
luck,
there was a
man.
way
Good luck.
that Apeks would be able to get back around this corner. Paranoia, utilize TP straight into the smoke, and it's immediate.
10-9.
Timeout.
He's still waiting to see if there's a mistake on the other side.
Yeah,
already.
there is.
Element is going to be the one who's caught, patiently waiting as a vote, but he doesn't win. Oh, the timing!
That's
He's
insane,
actually gonna
man.
cancel the ult and get kayaked for free. And now Benny strikes, putting the advantage back with CGN. 20 seconds. Spike will
Oh,
be
man,
planted.
nice.
Sound likely to have been heard. Spike could be everything. The knife not going to be utilized in time. They know exactly where Morsey is. He's left in no man's land. His teammate is so far behind, and eventually Soulcast will strike. He's
Soulcast
found
has
one.
ult.
If he gets this next kill, his ultimate
Bro, you
is
have ult,
available
you know
to
what
him.
they are.
Anguist trying to shut him down, but instead it's going to be the util. The spike being tapped. He wants to try and catch Benny, but instead he's got the other player. He's got the wrong player, and because of that, it's going to be the diffuser right in front of him. Didn't even realize that wasn't the diffuser. And now look to try and head back in towards the site. Anguist has been winning that fight 9 times out of 10. Hype gone, and the rest.
Can they
of the
come
team
back
tonight.
again, man?
Kayak's
Actually,
made a decent bit of
can
space. Late
CGN
work by Avova
actually
could
close it
catch
out?
A couple off guards. CGN are on
That's
the rotation.
probably
They'll
the better
have 3
question.
players close by and ready in a recon. Soon to go in from Davey. Anguist is ahead of it, and he's caught. Now in trouble. They've seen the flank from Avova. They've dealt
Sorry,
with
Trey.
Kayak, and now the show.
It's now or never, man.
Lands, but doesn't take the kill. It's lit Mulsey
My
up to
raise.
50, but he's still holding strong. Fair play. Got some fight left in him. And the flash confirms 1 player down below in the water. Element wrapping around the back of the smoke. In goes the wingman. Clearing out the closed corners, buying them some space. They've dropped Avova, thinning the herd. So few players now left for Apeks to hold on to life on this map. 9 rounds, but it's not enough. As
They
Element
did,
steps
man.
up
They
for the
did. We're
triple.
going to Haven.
Closes this one
GG.
out 13-9.
I thought this was going to be a moment to forget for CGN when they went from 6-0 up and things got shaky, losing 6 rounds in a row, ending up 9-7.
Barriers up for Haven, the 3rd map in this series.
There you
It's been
go.
a long one. OT to start it out, and well, they're
You
not
go back?
looking to waste any more time. Quite an early fight. The defensive side of Apeks looking for short control, fighting tooth and nail for it as they come up long as well. But CGN aren't giving it up. They've managed to find a kill in return, but also space on B, and the fight about to emerge. It really is going to tell you everything with hype
That's
going
insane,
down
man.
now.
That's
It's looking a
insane. He
little
should
rough.
never get a cure. Triple
That
four.
Aussie spam
Oh my
that doesn't get
God.
anything.
Yo, this thing
Soulcast
is
has
actually
been
insane,
lost
man.
as well. This pistol is looking like a done deal.
But the hype on
I think
Apeks
the
was
fight
so
for
huge, man. I thought
Davies
these
is
guys
gonna
were
be
going to
absolutely
destroy
everything,
everyone.
and especially with his opponent low and shift walking, I think it's going to be a very easy one to find for Molsey. Well, if anything, it's whether or not he just wants
But to be
to go
fair,
down to Spike
CGN,
or not. Any extra damage,
very
any
good
extra
game, man.
orbs would be
GN
great.
yesterday,
I think
very
it's
good
gonna
as
be
well,
a
bro.
difficult one to
It's
try
good
and
to
hold
see,
on
man.
to. Now, of course,
Good
we've
to see.
already seen Apeks
The level
play
of
this
EMEA
map
Ascension
as
is
they
good.
did versus. Was
I
it
watched some
Leipzig,
of
I
the
think,
game
where
between
they just
Mouse
got
and Sao. That
absolutely
shit was crazy, man.
obliterated. I think he got 28 kills in that matchup, so I'm maybe hoping that they won't see the same sort of performance from Element this round.
No.
Well, I'm guessing
Fix the HUD,
Mozzie's
fix the
about to
HUD.
die.
Last
Back
play,
on
right?
it. I wouldn't. I think getting off to an earlier start is going to have far more benefits. Again, it's just going to be this
Stop the
direct
plan.
take into the B site. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Molsey under pressure.
Okay.
Element, he doesn't feel anything. Just straight into the site.
Spike
Even
planted.
looking for a little bit more, knows where hype is. But they don't really need to overextend. They've already got the advantage.
Oh, Solkis drops Element. 4 versus 3 now. The attackers all down towards mid. It's going to be a spam battle to try to close this one out. Time of the essence as the defenders get their first tap. Smoke has faded.
this one's gonna
Damage
buy
has
some
been
time.
done
Supers are low.
massively to these players. And a molly stops Avova or Hype from getting anywhere near that spike. Time running down further with the first flash coming through. And the defuse denied kills for
They're
Angus,
playing very good, bro.
doubling up. And it looks like Kayak won't have a chance. If that had been halved, maybe, especially with
Yo,
that
was-
shot connected.
That was nice.
Unfortunately, that's not the world he lives in. They played the time. They've won it out as a result. CGN 3-0.
This time, a little bit more patient. They're waiting for the aggression, and that aggression is coming.
Absolutely is. And the reward is there for their patience. And then they double up. Solka's falling as well. This certainly doesn't start out the round the way Apeks wanted it to. They've got pistols. They've got lots of weaknesses, especially Hype 17 HP. And with both players dead towards mid and A, they've got no space. Filling it back in as Molsey with an attempt to cover this site and cause some resistance to the CGN movement. It will be difficult finding more than one. Now the challenge, and he connects it beautifully. Okay, now he's got reinforcements too. It is the 17 HP of Hype, but it doesn't matter if they don't hit a shot in return. It's all about Apeks with these pistols. And this disadvantage now turned a 3 versus 5 into a 3 versus
Davy's
2.
gone.
Anguist and Davy have to get it done, and well, at least Avova's going to fall.
Davy's already just sending it to the other side of the map. He left his teammate to die, if anything, but Anguist has done well.
30 seconds
The
left.
danger of this round still isn't quite over. Rifles have been retrieved. And the main thing is going to be the amount of time it takes them to get there. And you might just think, oh, they can just run across the map. Full W key, get there as quickly as possible. But they have to be wary of aggressive and advanced positions, like the one that Anguist is currently holding. If he kills off Hype, it could all be over. It only needed to be a bullet, but I guess a little bit worried. And instead, he's going to get spammed through the wall. It's
Who's
now
hovering?
left on to Davy. He's had his moments. There's no doubt about it. But with the amount of utility that's still in the hands of Molsey, this could be tough. It's actually going to be the low HP player looking to try and stick that defusal, and because of it, it's actually going to be Molsey going down. Just one bullet
That reminded me
each
of Dex
time.
clutch, bro. That was
If I
beautiful,
was ever
man.
going to report
Slow-mo
someone
that.
for cheating in a match. And Kayak, he's not shying away from a fight. In fact, his opponent caught facing the wrong way. That's the deadly double duelist of this CGN roster gone in the blink of an eye. And well, with 3 remaining,
30 seconds left.
there needs to be a serious gap left. And at this point, there isn't.
No, they've covered their bases. A gunfight needs to be won, and that could be it. Vince hit a headshot, but not the kill. The weak weapon betraying him.
Spike down A.
Solka surviving. Kayak on his
10
third.
seconds left.
The round now gone for sure. Any remaining hope is faded, and Anguist is left to carry this weapon forward. Lockdown for Hype
You
is
should
going to
run.
be the response.
Spike planted. Blocking sight.
Ooh, an awkward fight. Benny tagged low, but his only real goal is to try and delay them. It hasn't delayed them a massive amount of time, though. First kill will go their way. The lockdown probably would have done just as much. The stun is perfect. It's caught 2 players, and then they're using the Hunter's Fury in tandem. What a beautiful set of utility usage from the side of Apeks, and now you're looking at Davey as the last man standing. He's going to try and get it done. He's done so much damage, but they'll eventually take it back. They have time. They're going to get
There's no time. Oh my god.
That has to be the best Hunter's Fury we've ever seen. A 1 versus 5.
As Apeks will truly have control over the reins. Like I said, they may have not found themselves a huge streak of rounds, but they certainly have control now, economically, ultimate-wise, and with the man advantage already locked.
And wow, here goes Kayak. Just turning up those eco frags. Ultimate already online. Finally, he'll be put in the dirt, but it's
5-4.
They have a Rolling Thunder and a lockdown for potential in the retake. And all Kayak really needs to do is get the opener. If he gets 1 kill, fades away, he has Blade Storm and just so quick with it. A pre-fire shot through the box. See you later, Element.
He's not going to be happy about that one, but at least for all the trouble, they've got themselves a plant. Lockdown comes into play. There is an alarm bot covering the back, so it's not too much of an issue. They're instead
oh, the timing, he still gets the kill.
Well, Kayak, I thought was in a bit of trouble. Took his eye off the prize for a second, and that's when Benny stepped forward. Anguish does well to grab hype. And Vince sticking around to try to deny that defuse, but the Rolling Thunder has kept him back. It's halfway already, and there's a bodyguard there just sticking it, and all the way it will go. Apeks even dominating the late round.
Bad money for CGN, bro.
Everything went their way. They have a lockdown or a Hunter's Fury as well. Davey took the orb on long. 2 big ultimates now. This is trouble for Apeks.
They're going to use the first to allow themselves to get into their post-plant positions. I'd say that Kayak wanted to try and get ahead of it. He's definitely getting detained, so that's going to be another few seconds bought on that clock. Already, it's ticking. Hunter's Fury used proactively, and again, it could be Davey to just take the round.
Yo, this guy's one of the best servers ever, bro.
Good with the Hunter's Fury. Won the round of individual prowess, now has delayed and tagged, and his teammates are left to just clean up the rest. Benny with a triple.
They had the numbers, they had the openings, and now they're left in a recovery position. Malsey on the back of B has got all the info, but it comes at a heavy cost. They saw the barrel, or they just, well, they clearly did, yeah. Malsey gets taken out. It's not even a wall bang. Unfavorable angle for him. Paranoia is good. 2 players caught, 1 running back.
Yeah, must like, okay.
Ooh,
I thought I was seeing, man.
Although it's cancelled, the player still sticks around on the site. Little unforeseen angle, and that gets Vince 1, but he needs a little bit more. Caught TPing in the open. A bold play, to say the least. And Solkus gets his 4th kill as a result, punishing that ludicrous play.
Seemed like things were over and out. Kayak's going to be taking that initial aggression, though. Space garnered on the site. Element's been forced back, and Davey, he's so low on HP. Holding on to this is not going to be easy. He still gets a kill, but the rest of his team have fallen.
1 enemy remaining.
Solkus cleaning it up now. Yeah, it's all on Vince to try to fight a way back in, and he will not land anything.
It's a bit of a gamble. Angle. Like, it's his teammate is shooting through his legs. It's not my favorite crossfire.
Yo, the timing. He was going to break the spot, man. He still gets the kill though.
Well, find the first, and he's on the way, and well, he better be quick.
Yo, this time is bullshit, bro. Not gonna lie. They need to buff this.
Letting them walk into his crosshair and shooting them down. I thought Benny needed to be quick, but Element had those electric boots. There's Fury, especially in those post plants, but he will not be the planter. And it's Avova. Question marks all around. Not good for the ult orbs, but maybe for the positions. They've got some util firing in from back. Paranoia from the site. Crossover as Avova will double up down below. That flash not executed on quick enough. Benny was looking the wrong way going through. And now Kayak down below, cleaning house alongside Avova. They've got this control locked, and it's actually Hype who ends up with a clean
round.
Seems like CGN have an idea. The rotations are underway, but they'll be slow. Getting here not on time. Anguish doesn't have ult, no lockdown, so he kind of wants to fight for the site, and usually that's where he goes down. I was teeing him up for it, but this guy's got other ideas. 2 quick kills.
See, it's closer, bro.
Already over. Solkus 1v4. It was a 1v5 just moments ago. If he can channel his inner Davey, perhaps he's got a chance, even as the Hunter's Fury, but slightly different scenario.
Yeah. Look where the spike is, bro. That's just no chance, no time.
We understand that he's completely lost the plot.
10-8.
This round win.
Spike planted.
It wouldn't even do anything in terms of guaranteeing them a big lead or getting them back into it. It would just stop CGN from having that kind of power. Evova's gone for a big TP. He's right up behind them. They've cleared the spawn. They don't think he's there. I saw some eyes get cast back and quickly look away. They're wide open to a backstab from this man. They think he planted and used this ult just to get out of the lockdown instead, or to get out of the crossfire that was in play. Instead, he is walking up behind them completely unaware. Takes his time on the kill. Although the defuse is underway, it's half. Just about to be there, although the kill comes through. It's bought them a little bit of space. They might find a timing to get the defuse in. Kayak spinning around, and he's catching them all. They better get out of his way, as it's
Kayak, my friend. It's 11-8.
Vince has a paranoia. We can see him. Ready for the Kamehameha. And that's when Benny goes
that's a nice reference, bro. The best one.
But they've given up on it. They've backed off, and, well, that timing is poor for them. Dodging the rolling thunder, but not the bullets from Kayak.
He's low on HP, but even still, it can be terrifying. They haven't checked the corner, though, and that's going to allow everything to go the way of CGN.
That's exactly what they needed, bro.
Duo.
Timeout.
They've teed themselves up for it. Mid push seems to be the play. CGN already destroying the turret, but Hype doesn't take kindly to that sort of behavior. He's not happy to see his turret go by the wayside. Delivers a bullet,
Ben is pushing here with
and instead back off to the spawn and keep the control now that his turret's not around to do so, and they're still walking into it. Benny, contact, and it seems he's caught Hype sleeping. The timing working out well. Good, 4 versus 4. Run it back, still online for the retake, and that's what you just see. Look at CGN. Everybody's going to the spawn. They'll group this one up. I didn't expect the Hunter's Fury right here and now, but it's worked out for a kill and for damage.
Yo, look at this guy ult, man, every time.
Exactly where Kayak was. Again, Davies' Hunter's Furies have been spot on every single time.
Be 1% as good as him and the Hunter's Fury.
One with any sort of HP. Soulcast has done what he can, but now there needs to be spam. There needs to be something to deny that defusal, and it isn't going to happen. Avova, his best bet is to just try and hold on to the gun.
11-11.
Timeout.
Can you imagine?
Team that everybody expected to make it far deep into this tournament. Currently sitting 0-1. The 0-2 could be damning. Let's see. As they put everything into this A hit, Nano's up and over. CGN, still 4 players waiting.
Oh, Anguist again. He's there to start it off. This man as the side tanker
so good,
has been unstoppable.
So
and he wants to try and do it all. A 3rd kill already. Looking for his 4th, and he'll find it. The only man standing is Hype. And Anguist, he wants it. He's going to ace to take them to match point.
That's amazing, my friend.
Unstoppable today, and that doesn't end until the match does. This is going to be a rolling thunder as well for Molsey, unless he gets killed by the shock darts. He will survive.
Already? They're staying close? I thought this was going to be a much more passive stance, but I mean, there's not going to be any execution on the back of the rolling thunder. It's just used to buy 5 seconds, 10 seconds max. That could be enough, though. Out goes Element already. He's jumped the gun, and he's in the back lines of the attacking side, causing chaos. Davey picks up one, and Element got his before going down. He's thinned the herd, although Avova steps up to the plate and delivers as he always does.
That was crazy, man.
Against the wall, this man starts to swing with everything he's got.
Straight away, we see the same sort of take immediately in towards that B side, but once again, it's the advantage for the side of Apeks.
Thanks to Molsey. Big pick, and he gets out for free. That's the main thing. All that breach utility still online. 2 flashes, and is stunned to come through soon. And they will be waiting for that. The retake from Apeks. Already the decision is made, but they get a few spams in. Benny down to 67. Davey tagged up a little bit as well. And spotted, most importantly. Big swing from Kayak. He just goes wide, and they didn't expect that. With a spam onto Benny, connects another. And now Apeks, they're knocking on victory's door. The spams will need to be sublime. In fact, they do eventually land, but there's 4 more players to take care of.
Oh, what's happening again?
And chipping away at the defenders. It's getting a little bit scary until the defuse.
My goodness, that was so close, bro. He almost got that kill.
Fighting from the bottom of mid, but instead it's 13 to 12.
It might just be their undoing. A heartbreaking defeat if it goes this way. There's so many opportunities for them to take this series. Kayak, however, has been the thorn in their side. 30 kills already to his name. The second time this tournament that he's broken that number. I can tell you for free, that number's not going to be where he finishes.
Big retake. 1 kill from Malsey. Rolling Thunder's online. We saw that at the end of the last round. He's up close. He will be point of contact, but paranoid to start. A chance for Element, but Hype takes down Anguish. One side is dealt with, but the other busted wide open by the side of CGN. They've got a way back through. Fighting from the spawn on the flank from Benny. Will catch them on a way.
Oh, what a save!
In action. Solgus is dead. He's on a sliver of help, but Davey has to find the other. And that's the big challenge. Hunter's Fury online, but the swing from Kayak.
He did it, man. GG!
14 to 12. A yawn spray, and no surprise, Apeks must be tired after that lengthy series.
It's got to be a bitter defeat for the side of CGN.